All right, time for another book review. This time we got Zhuangzi, The Complete Writings. I may not be saying his name right. I apologize. Um, but yeah, this book, pretty interesting stuff. But I will say, I had a really hard time with it. This might be the first book I'm reviewing that I don't really like. I'm proud of myself for making it through, and I actually read the whole thing. But overall, it just seems a little convoluted to me. Now, this could be due to translation issues. This is a classical Chinese text, thousands of years old, I think, or just really old. I'm not quite sure how old. I actually selected this book to read because I'm really into Taoism and what comes with it, the philosophies, ancient Chinese philosophies, writings, teachings. I'm really, really deep into that. I practice martial arts. I practiced like Kung Fu for a while. I practiced Tai Chi. So I was really into Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching. So I was like, oh, let me read some books that can maybe like expand on that philosophy. Which comes to this book and why I actually don't like it. Now, I brought up the Tao Te Ching. I think that's one of the most profound books of all time, if not the most profound book of all time. And what's beautiful about it is it's so simple and short and concise and straight to the point. You could read a page in a minute or a chapter in a minute and it's done. You have your lesson to ponder for the day or think about. And there's no dogma or any of that attached. Now, this book is kind of the opposite in a sense. No, there's no dogmas or any of that, but it's just really convoluted and hard to understand. Now, there is a lot of like wisdom in it, and there are a lot of smart things. I can share a few that really stood out to me. For example, on page 30 of this edition, there's a little paragraph. I've been using this same blade for 19 years, cutting up thousands of oxen, and yet it is still sharp as the day it came off the whetstone. For the joints have spaces within them, and the very edge of the blade has no thickness at all. When what has no thickness enters into empty space, it is vast and open, with more than enough room for the play of the blade. You know, that's really dope. Amazing thing. I'm not sure I really have to explain much, but it's just about like easing into the path of least resistance, because that's where the energy will flow best, and you being a being of little to no resistance. And this book is a collection of stories, different tales. It's not like a one continuous thing. Some of which are pretty funny. There's definitely some zingers. There's another quote that stood out to me that I really liked on page 190. What has solid reality but is located in no position is the whole expanse of space. What has duration but no beginning or end is the whole expanse of time. They are something through which beings are born and die, emerge and vanish, but throughout all this emerging and vanishing they show no form. They are called the heavenly doors. The heavenly doors are non-being, and it is from such non-being that all beings emerge. Beings cannot constitute their being out of being. They must come forth from non-being. But neither does there exist some entity called non-being. It is this in which the sage hides himself. Yeah. So there's some cool stuff sprinkled in there. I'm not gonna lie, but it's hard. It was hard for me to follow. What's cool is they do provide this book does provide a glossary in it, and so you can refer to the terms. It's about 33 pages, but the pages are really, really, really dense, and yeah, it's just it's no bueno. Well, I mean, it's bueno if you dig this book, but that's what I'm saying. It was hard to read. Complete opposite of the Tao Te Ching in that sense. Like, there's so much just things going on, and I don't know. It was hard for me. But that's just my opinion. So if you're into Chinese philosophy, maybe pick this one up. I would say there's other books. And the Tao can't be beat. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and check in with y'all later.